water with that regular Hawaiian punch flavor. The zero sugar one, delicious. Welcome back. Oh shit, I can't sing it. Oh, sugar honey iced tea. I can't sing it. The thief can have it. Yes, indeed. The thief can have it. Hey, y'all. Welcome in. Welcome back. Whichever applies. I'm not going to wait too long to get this started, y'all. I said I was just going to do part one and then come back another time and do part two, but I'm going to power through. It might end up being in a part three. Depends on how long this takes. But part one was already long enough. So I wanted to break it up. This is a live watch reaction to crap buckets. This is therapeutic. Actually, while I'm talking to y'all, let me take a minute and let me put my AirPod away while I'm talking to y'all so it could get I should have did that while I was switching over to the other live. Let my AirPod get some juice in it because I realized when hers is as long as this one and I go all the way through, my AirPod be on the struggle bus. And I need my AirPod because I can't play her audio in my thing. Definitely can't play her audio in my thing, y'all. So, live watch reaction to crap buckets. This is therapeutic. Let me see what time it is. Ooh, I need my damn. I should have grabbed my charger. Should have grabbed my charger. Y'all coming back. I got a question for y'all. Y'all know I got questions. I'm full of questions. I really do have questions. I do. I got a question. I sure do. I got a couple of questions, honestly. I got a couple of questions. I do. I got a question about buckets, and I have a question about Mark. I got two questions. I have a question about buckets, and I have a question about Mark. I want to know. This is what I want to know. I'm trying to wait for some of y'all to come back in, but y'all might have to catch it, on the replay. I know that I said I was going out and coming back in, so it take y'all a minute to get the notifications that I'm back. I didn't take that long. I tried not to get too distracted. Let me move my neck pillow. I got the neck pillow behind my back. And I'm about to put it actually behind my neck and let this couch back a little bit more. Oh, there we go. Ooh, now that's what I'm talking about. Let me turn this. I don't want no heat. There we go. I'll turn the massager. I shouldn't do this. I'm messing around and been in need of a nap. I done turned the massager on. I done turned the massager on. I done let the couch all the way back. It ain't as far as it can go. But you talk about getting comfortable. I got me a little throw over my legs. Y'all, and I wanted to buy a set. I'm just talking right now so I can give a minute because I don't want to start. If anybody that was in the last one is coming back in, give y'all a minute to get in here. I was getting ready to buy a throw. I have one throw. I was getting ready to buy another throw. And I couldn't decide on what color to buy, but I think I know which color I'm gonna get. So I'm gonna go back and I'm gonna get this other throw. But I'm sitting here, I got this throw over my legs. I probably should sit up. I done let the damn seat all the way back. I got the neck pillow behind my neck. I done had me a little morning snack, even though I done drank me some coffee and I still got some in my cup. I'm lightweight, feeling like I could take me a little nap or whatever, right? I could take me a nap right now. I done got way too comfy cozy. I done got way too comfy cozy. Um, okay, y'all, let me see. Well, I don't know. I'm sure others are coming back, but they'll come in here when they do. and catch it. So let me tell y'all, I got a couple of questions. Question number one, Buckets is talking about, so I ain't even addressing that other person. They only have 3 people in their life. When she took a shot at Classy Lady, she was talking about how Classy Lady had 8 people in her live and she was talking to them. We've had this conversation before. Why does it matter? Does not every person count? And this has been an ongoing conversation because Buckets has continuously taken those shots at people since she's been out here. But she had to start somewhere. But it doesn't matter if that's how somebody is consistently over time. Every person that is there counts. Why wouldn't you talk? Whether you had 1, 2, 5, 10, 20, 50, 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, however many, right? That don't mean that you don't do what you got to do because the people aren't there. So she doesn't make any sense. And then she's talking about somebody talking to with like 3 in the chat. You were one of the 3, apparently. Apparently, you were one of the 3. So if the person was so insignificant, then why were you one of the 3 that was noticing the one of the 3 that they had in their chat? Right? Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Surette, welcome in. Happy Saturday, Surette. Happy Saturday, Surette Boo. Buckets don't make no sense. And she always talk about somebody's counting stuff. But she always counts. She count money. She count contributions. She counts numbers. How many people are in people's chat? It's a uh constant conversation of hers. But she wants nobody to do it when it comes to her. I mean, if that's the case, you want to take shots at somebody for having 3 or 8 or 10 or some number like that, then should people take shots at her? Because on her last live, she said, "Oh, it's 200. I think it was 210 people." She says over 200 people in the building. Well, what happened to the days when she was like, "If it's not 500, I'm not gonna talk. Until I get to 1,000, I'm not saying anything." Those days are gone. So should people just go on? Because now she got to be like, oh, 200 and keep going. Because she knows if she wait for those numbers to go. Rest said, happy Saturday to you too, boo. Thank you. She's never going to get to it. She knows it. Now, it's on another side. When I ended part 1 and I was preparing to come back for part 2, I saw that Mark was live. I don't have a problem with Mark. I've never gotten into it with Mark or anything like that. But I do have a question, though, for Mark. Because Mark is always talking about, I don't understand these ladies. It's a bunch of 50-year-old ladies. Most of these ladies is in their 50s over here. And why don't they show their lives? Why don't they show their lives with their families and their grandkids and their kids and what they're doing with themselves and what they've done with themselves? Is it these 50-year-old ladies? If you want to keep on talking about it's some 50-something-year-old ladies, why are you sitting amongst the 50-something-year-old ladies? Didn't they say Mark's still in his 20s? What are you doing? Are you lost? If that's how you feel, you are out of place. You're out of place. You doing so good, you balling, you in another country, you all the things. But yet here you are amongst these 50-something-year-old women, you say. They can't talk about themselves. They can't talk about themselves. They always got to say something about somebody else. They come out here and they talk about everybody else. They don't talk about themselves. And guess what? At your age, you can't tell us older ladies what to do. We wouldn't listen to you if we wanted to. But you in the wrong space. Why aren't you over there with some of your peers? I'm gonna even give a little bit of benefit of a female versus a male. If Mark is a heterosexual 20-something-year-old, late 20-year-old, wait, if Mark is a late 20-something-year-old heterosexual male, why is he slinging mud and weeds with what he say is mostly 50-something-year-old women? If Mark is out there living his best life Why is he coming on from the club or walking back? You walking back to your post or wherever on post, and you are leaving the club, the red light district, doing all the red light district things with drinks in your system, feeling good. And the only thing you can think to do is to hit that live button where a bunch of 50 something year old women, you say 50 something year old women, right? Are your subscribers and they in your chat. Where are your peers? Why aren't you with your homeboys? You ain't met no homeboys and homegirls. And you can't think to put this app away and live your best life. Like you said, these women have lived their life and done these things. And why don't they have something to show for it? But I guarantee you, some of them, when they were your age, if this app was a thing and they hit it, they wouldn't be hitting it in this group. They'd be in some other group doing something else. Yes, people gonna vlog. Yes, they gonna show what they doing. Yes, they gonna be out with their friends vlogging. Yes, they gonna be walking back and they gonna be vlogging and doing all the things you're doing. But they're not going to do it in this group setting. You're coming back from partying with drinks in your system and you're going live in a hallway, echoing in a building where walls are usually made like paper in any type of group living building, and you in the hallway talking crap about what you say some older ladies are doing or discussing, but you're trying to what, throw insults at these older ladies? Guess what's the difference? The older ladies, the 50 something year olds that you say are at home probably chilling. They already been there. They already done that. They're not missing out on anything. And they can be on here whenever they on here. But you supposed to be doing something different at your young age, finding you a nice, I'ma say partner or something like that. Be focused on those kind of things. But ultimately, if you gonna get in the mud and sling it and pick weeds and throw it with these 50 something year old women, then don't try to insult them because they're 50 something year old women. Okay? Because you're in a group where the majority is middle aged women or older. You're the minority in this group. There's who else is in their 20s? And who else is in their 20s that's a heterosexual? I'm talking about what he said, a heterosexual man in his 20s. Who else is in this group? How many men are in this group? Have come and go. It's been a few, it ain't been many. Most of the ones that have been or came and went said that they were heterosexual. But even the other ones were older. You in your 20s, bro, for real? And this is what you're doing? So don't worry about it. And they're talking about other people. They talk about other people. They won't show themselves. They won't show their lives. I'm sick and tired of people being sick and tired of people. Listen, you chose to show your life. You are showing where you are and what you're doing and all the things. The people that are reacting to it are reacting to it. Not everybody is going to get reacted to. Don't get mad if you get reacted to when you voluntarily showed and told. Anything you put out here is par for the course. You are willfully making that decision. You don't get to turn around and get upset that somebody has something to say. If you want your business in the house, keep it there. Once you take it outside, people do what they do with it. And the people, if your neighbors, again, the analogy I like to use, if your neighbors, if you go outside of the house and fight instead of keeping it in the house, I'm talking about an argument, whatever it is. If you take that out of the house, your neighbor's going to chew on it. Don't think that your neighbors are then entitled to take their fights outside of the house or whatever it is that's their business. I don't care. They don't have to take that outside of their house because they watch you take yours outside of your house and you put your business in the streets. Next time, keep your business in the house. That's how that works. But you want to repeat people like a buckets who wants to see how everyone else is living because it's a distraction. Because if she shows you how she's living for real, then you will know she's all cap. But we know she all cap anyway. I'm taking it easy on Mark, but you tripping. I don't, well, anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Let me get back into buckets. Hey y'all, welcome in, welcome back. Part 2, reaction to buckets. This is therapeutic. Let me put this on this side. The sound, I'm switch sides. The sound is on. Now my voice is kind of, oh, I got something to drink right there. I gotta wet my whistle. You know what I mean? Like people, your auntie, your mom and your auntie's age, and you out here in the mud with us. Get in the mud with your peers. What type of stuff are y'all talking about? The latest rappers, or I don't know. I ain't gonna even hold you. I ain't gonna try to pretend like I keep up with young people stuff. I do not. But whatever it is that they're talking about, some of the stuff I know if I hear them talking about it. But I don't know most of that stuff. But he should, at his age, he could have turned the corner with his audience. He already had a platform. He could have turned the corner and targeted something more age specific. And again, it does make a difference that you are saying you're a heterosexual male doing this. Females do female things. The things that we are doing, this is female stuff. This is not man stuff. I'm just being real. It's not man stuff. Somebody might not like it. They might want to be offended. I'm talking about heterosexual male. That's why I keep specifying. This is not heterosexual male stuff of any age, and especially a young man. It just is what it is. Mm, mm, mm. Oh, that was ice. Okay, y'all. Let's go. Press and play. Let's go. Welcome in. Welcome back. Sarah said, happy Saturday to you too, boo. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. Hold on. Let me turn this, turn the heat off. So she claims a comment made her want to go and check on Majane's live to see what the commenter was talking about. She said the commenter's name is Rhonda Rhonda. Now, who do y'all think that Rhonda Rhonda one is? Because that Rhonda one is buckets. It's not sevenfold. It's not none of the rest of them. It's not any other person. The Rhonda one is buckets. And I do remember that Rhonda Rhonda one. But do y'all think that that one is also her, or is it just Rhonda? The Rhonda one with the blue background with the R. That's buckets. That's one of her troll accounts. But she's saying that this was the Rhonda Rhonda account that made the comment. talking. If you don't agree with what they're doing, why are you watching and doing commentary on what they're talking about? She said she went to the transcript because she don't want to hear her voice, Majane's voice. She watches the transcript um to see what's going on, and then if it's something she want to hear, she'll go to that exact time stamp and then listen. In other words, she trying to coach people how to avoid giving someone that view and those that time, those watch hours, you know. It seems like she's trying to keep somebody to avoid doing that. But we are all very aware that Buckets is on the struggle bus when it comes to comprehension. So I am not going to believe that Buckets is actually um reading and properly comprehending the transcript and then coming out and talking to people about it. She is a bush watcher. She is on people's lives and she is absolutely catching replays and she's desperately seeking content. So she's definitely going to make sure she doesn't miss anything because she needs a reason to run it up and continue to like do content and have something to talk about in order to earn whatever it is that she earns. But she just wants to manipulate the rest of the folks that are listening to her to keep them from giving that click and that view. That's all that is. She's full of it. But if they fall for it, then hey, listen, y'all already know I got an island off the coast of Costa Rica. I will sell it to you for the low. I'm talking about the low, low. For real. Listen, you can trust me. It's not a scam. You got to pay me first, sight unseen. And then I will give you the mapped out directions that you can use to get to this island. Okay? Promise you. Once you pay, no refunds. It's not a scam. That's what I got for you if you believe her. Grandma in the building. Hey, Grandma. Welcome back, Grandma Boo. I'm pressing play. Take a glass. These two other glasses are so strong. Oh, oh. Ooh. Hmm. She's now, I want to say that it's highly possible that she is looking at the transcript. I'm not saying that she's not, but I don't think that she's only reading the transcript without listening to the audio. That's what I'm saying. But she might just be using the transcript to keep her on track because I don't really think she could get it right without listening to the audio. I just really, nothing about her gives. She struggles with comprehension. There's just no way. And if you struggle with comprehension, then you're not going to be able to read and comprehend. It's not going to, even she listens, she don't comprehend. So you really think that she just only reading the transcript? Who believes that? That's what I want to know. Who actually thinks that that's true? Hostile. I'll click on that. Locked out. Ooh, no. My bad, y'all. Let me see. Ooh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Okay, what? TV spinning in a circle. Let's go. Something caught her attention. She's talking about, she's talking about the person that dropped in Majane's chat and told her just to take a break, go from YouTube. She says Majane cussed the lady out. She didn't she didn't cuss her out, but she did check her and blocked her. She cussed her out, she blocked her, she read the comment extremely wrong because she doesn't want to be away from YouTube. But you see, to me, her bringing that up makes me think it was her or somebody else. And she just wants all potential competition gone. That would be ideal for her. So it was her or somebody connected to her. And so then it just makes it seem like Machine did the right thing. First of all, don't tell nobody to go away. If you don't have that connection to this person, and you trying to talk them through something, don't. She did go off on the lady, but Buckets is trying to use it like to prove something. But to me, it just proves it was one of them because it did kind of give like troll. It gave troll. Did y'all, if anybody heard it, did you think that it was like a real person that like meant well? Or did you immediately suspect somebody from Bucket's side? If you heard it. Buckets is saying that somebody said, did she say that Majane said people don't want her to go live because they don't want her to make money? She said, Bucket said that she thinks that Majane is choosing money over her mental. And I'm like, but again, you just claimed that you helped, no, that you were there for your mother as she laid her dude to rest. Her dude, she laid him to rest, whom you called your stepfather. But you came back out here begging. You was in a car ride leaving from the area you was in the area that you was in with your family, leaving from that situation, and you went live. What is she talking about? Because her stepfather, by the way, this is the man that helped raise her, but the stepfather was her mom's dude. It was her mom's dude. It was her mom's dude. Just like Buckets had a dude, a dude, a dude. It was her mom's dude. So she's saying that that makes Majane a selfish B word, that she won't go off of here. Well, she says she's choosing money over her mental. She said, this, and I quote, she said, "You've always been a selfish beast since you were a little girl, and don't nobody care if you make 50, did she say $50 or 50,000? I gotta press the play again. Like your mother said you were, ever since you were a little girl. You always been a selfish B word, and you're choosing money Cause don't nobody give a F if you make $50,000 in 1 month. I am. This is what this heifer is saying. She a mess. And she said, and run your mama's 1 second. She said, and run your story, good for you. So that person today, because she never seen the name in her chat or whatever, only said because you was on the live crying dumb A word. That's why you ain't never won. She said, this is what Buckets is saying. That's why you have never won a K. You were the one that was on live crying. And the lady was just trying to encourage the girl and tell her just take a break from YouTube, from these distractions, from she even before she even finished reading it. She blocked the lady and started cussing her out. Here, guess what? Here's the thing. Pause on that. Look, here's the thing. Buckets is saying too that this lady have never been in her chat. Random thing to say to try to distance herself because she knows it's her or somebody from her side. That's just what I'm convinced of the more that she talks. Um and she's trying to clean it up. Like, ooh, this person was just trying to look out. But the truth is, who is this person to decide? And again, Buckets didn't follow her own advice. This person was a father figure to you. You came right back here. You told the people you was going to take a break, but you didn't. Saying you going to take one and doing it is two totally different things. So if you didn't need a break, who are you to tell somebody else how long they need to be gone? You see what I'm saying? She's saying people would justify it. People are encouraging her not to pay it no mind. And they don't want to see the people that's going to encourage her. But it's really because she say people are waiting on her for Majane to come with the rest of the receipts on 7-4. She said that Majane said that cussing people out is very therapeutic for her. And when she come on here and I think she said go back and forth with people, it's giving her what she needs to help with the death of the untimely passing of her mom. I'm cleaning up some of it. I'll tell you when it's a direct quote. But she said it's giving her what she needs to get through it. Mm. Let me see how long I've been. I'm trying to. They said that Majane made an example of the lady to basically tell her, don't tell her what to do. Well, I mean, the lady doesn't get to tell her what to do. Even if you give somebody advice, they don't have to follow it. Let's be real. Wow. She's saying she's saying that something must have just happened today, which I think this is from yesterday. Yeah. Tonight or something just transpired between the girls, she said. She said because she could hear something when she hit the live button and she listened to Majane talk about being with Roz as she took her last breath. And then Majane said she stayed there for 3 or 4 hours by herself and nobody was there to support her. That's what she said. She said it wasn't nobody else there but her. Did she say nobody was there to support her? I don't know. I don't think that's what I heard. I remember her saying that she was the only one there, but Buckets is saying she said that there was no one there to support her after. I don't know. This is what Buckets is saying. Gabba said, I always see what you're saying. Such a habit. Bucket says, so in that live, she saw, but then she tries to clean it up and say, I saw and read it. Like, I thought you was reading the transcript and only listening to certain parts. Like, why would you need to hear the part that says, um, that she said Roz said she was a proud of Majane and Juju and left Day Day out. I don't remember hearing that either. I don't know that that's what she said. I don't know if Buck is lies so much you never know. I thought I would have caught that. Why wouldn't she? First of all, didn't she give her daughter credit and everything when she graduated and other things that she's done? So Buckets is just talking crap again. She repeating the same thing she just said. Somebody said, and why is she saying that her mom was proud of her instead of steadily including her students? Because maybe she's talking about herself and not her siblings. Did I say students? I meant to say siblings. They saying that or Marjane is trying to say she was the only one there for her mother, but is that what she said? You mean to tell me that people can't take turns or whatever the case may be? Come on, man. When caring for someone that's you know, whatever situation they're in. I'll just say that. I ain't gonna try to speak on what they didn't say. How much is that? She's just saying a bunch of stuff. Saying what Majane said that her mother said. Ever since ever since people been out here calling Buckets and her crew Shrek babies or Shrek heads, I meant to say. She just want everybody to be on that Shrek rock. Like again, every time she does it, it's like, thanks for telling us that we were right. That's what made me switch up. I told y'all I thought it was meth at first. And then I was like, somebody was talking about crack. And then all of a sudden, after they start calling her crackhead, she started calling everybody crackheads. I was like, oh yeah, it absolutely is crack. It's absolutely crack and not meth. Is that but at the same time, no, when I was calling her a meth head, she was calling people meth heads too. Didn't start before, but started after. But she won't let off of that crack one. So it's crack. Crack is what it is. It's crack. Yes, classy lady. She said, you're back. We are back up in this thing. Hey, classy lady, welcome back. Uh, um, she's speaking. Gamma speaking, a classy lady. Mm, mm. She back to the transcript. This supposedly what stood out to her. She's reading a transcript where Majane said she wished she had more time. I think she said she thinks she used her time well. Oops, my finger. I ain't mean to do that. She said for somebody that did it all. Oh, my bad. That wasn't about Majane. She said she wished she had more time. She wished we had more time. She said, I think we did. Use our time well though. We like I said, we have a lot of good memories, a lot of good moments, and and she knows how loved she was. And my mom knows that. I'm not gonna read all of that. I mean repeat, I meant to say. She's saying that Majane is saying that, she wish they would have had more time, but overall, they are glad that they shared love and that she got to experience that love with her mother. She said Majane is the imitation of life, and she's the one who said she wanted more time with her mother. That she is exactly like the lady in Imitation of Life because once her mother passed away, she wanted to have more time to explore with the memories, the moments. But then she's saying things that Majane have said about her mother when they were fighting on this app. things that they said about each other when they were fighting. She went from that to now she's seeing butterflies. But my thing is, when you lose a parent, especially a mother, especially, a mother that's not, you're not talking about 70, 80, 90 years old or something like that. You might want more time with them. It don't matter how long you had your parent. When you lose them, you want more time with them. It's never too it's never it's always feels too soon. So what is this girl talking about? Again, didn't she just say that she helped her mother lay to rest her stepfather, her mom's dude, her mom's dude, her mom's dude? That's what she said, right? So this should be a fresh feeling. Oh, she don't do feelings, does she? They saying that Majane is guilty. Make sure that stays plugged. Said what now? So she was in traffic, she was crying. But then in 50 minutes, she was at her destination. What's the problem? I don't understand. That don't make sense. Why does it matter? She was in traffic, she was jammed up, she was crying, but at the 50-minute mark, she was at her destination. I don't understand what was the point of that comment. It makes no sense. You can tell when somebody is driving so they don't believe she was on the road to going nowhere. You mean to tell me that some people's cars aren't quiet? Cause some make noise and some don't. Wow. She's doing a lot of talking. Talking about she's saying some of the stuff Majane said. She putting her own spin on it. Sam Majane said she was gonna release the videos of Roz. Let me see where we at. Well, hell, I done made heads and tails of this time because she just talking about you. Well, let me see how much time I done got by. Oh, I done got through a decent amount of time pretty quick. Let me see how long I've been on here. Oh, not bad at all. Because most of what she's saying, her so-called meat and potatoes of her commentary, this is ridiculous. She's saying what Majane said or accusing her. She's just bringing up a bunch of old stuff as usual. It's not even worth saying it. Talking about Majane said that she was lying and she was driving. talking about her eating ice cream cones. Ice cream make you feel better. You have a hard day sometimes. Get ice cream. It helps. She said Majane was not the primary caretaker of Roz. Is that not already very well known? Oh, she's saying because Majane, she said that her mom would call her for advice. Is that how she said it? Is that how she said it? That's not that's not how she said that. This is crazy. Well, I ain't mad at how fast I done got through this because she just saying a bunch of stuff that ain't even worth saying anything. I'm gonna look at the comments in just a moment. So she is reading the transcript, but I do believe she did listen first. That's just my opinion. Okay, pause while she trying to find her spot. Not bad. That was 30. You know how long 30 minutes takes sometimes? Well, she ain't saying nothing that's worth talking about. Um Wildflower flower in the building. Hello, Wildflower. Said hi. Listen to Majane's live. Um Bynum, BYB is taking everything Majane said out of context. BYB has an evil black heart. That's what see, that's what I'm saying. Cause I'm like, I'm sitting over here like I need to listen to it again. And some of the stuff that she's saying, I'm not even repeating her because I'm like, that's literally not what I heard her say. You know what I'm saying? That's not what I heard her say. She is flipping and twisting and doing. This is the thing that she does. This is why you can't believe her. She'll take a little bit of the truth and mix it with a lie. She'll flip it, smack it up, flip it, turn it around. That's what she does. Classy lady said, so Majane can't stop crying at some point. How dumb. Exactly. Exactly. And she just lost her mom. She can't randomly cry? What the hell? She can't. Oh, I need to call my mom. Oh, you like this dress? Oh, you those moments happen. You like you can't call her. You can't call her. Oh, this girl, something is wrong. She just so evil. She just so evil. It's gonna hit you. You're talking about it, and the next thing you know, it hits you. That's her actual mother who raised her. Stupid. Yes, she said BYB. Bonnie Mitchell, hello. Welcome back, Bonnie. Good afternoon. She said good afternoon. Kiss and chat. Y'all speaking. She's an idiot. It's gonna hit you, especially when it's fresh. Whew, this is crazy. And if she had an actual connection to her stepfather, her mom's dude, her mom's dude, her mom's dude. If she had an actual connection to him, the way she claims that he helped raise her, she would have just experienced something similar. But maybe she's lying about that as well. So she can't understand. Wildflower said exactly. Mm, let me see. I'm just fast forwarding because she's saying a whole bunch of. She's literally reading the transcript. She claims she's going somewhere with it, but like she takes a lifetime to get to it. Sh- Talking about the stuff she's reading the transcript from Majane's video. She's saying, hold on. She talking about where Majane said the family loved on each other. They made a big deal about birthdays. They traveled together. Said she talked about how Majane was reminiscent about the Hawaii videos. And then Buckets comes and goes. That's the only thing y'all did, right? Doesn't it wouldn't whether it whether it is or isn't the only thing they did. It's something they did together as a family. It's a memory. And if she wants to reminisce about that, then so be it. Can Bucket's children say that they took a family trip to Hawaii? I'll wait. I'll wait. Can Buckets even leave Texas? When she took those trips to those next stops, if somebody would have reported her, what would have happened? Can she go anywhere without getting written piece of paper from a PO or however they do it these days? Okay. Okay. She said they only been to Vegas, Hawaii and Bali. She said when Marjane said that she felt uncomfortable with the tears and she said the silence, she said she was playing on the people. I ain't doing bad for time on this. She talking about a whole bunch of crap or nothing. And she said he keep on talking about, now I'm about to get to it. I'm about to get to it. Girl, it's been over an hour. And she just get to it. She's like, I'm trying to skip through it. I'm trying to find it. That's all I was trying to do. She said that Marjane was taking a dig at Day Day when she said that she don't like to depend on people to get things done. She just prefers to do them herself. But this time she got to depend on people. How could that be a dig? How now? Listen, I'm just being for real, for real. Somebody tell me what I'm missing. How is that a dig? I like to get things done myself, but I'm in a situation this time I have to depend on others. How is that a dig? She said it's a dig at Day Day. That don't make no sense to me. Um, Bonnie Mitchell said, she said, all right. Period, Bonnie, for crying out loud. Exhausting. All right, land the damn plane. I put damn in there. Land the damn plane already. Jeez, for crying out loud. Jeez, jeez. Um, Vegas in the building. Hello, Vegas. Good morning, beautiful Vegas. Vegas said, we'll probably afternoon. Yeah, yeah. Just now. hmm It's morning somewhere. It's afternoon somewhere. It's night somewhere. All of the above. Chris said, land the play. LOL. Chris said, hey, Kiss and Chat. Hey, Chris. What's up? What's up? She said, happy Saturday. Gamma said, Chris. Caitlin said, I'm back, Kiss. Welcome back, Caitlin. Vegas said, right. I'm like, geez, girl, you've been on this thing over an hour and 40 something minutes. Land the damn plane. Landed. And for the part that she talking about, oh, I'm about to get into why I really came here. And she repeatedly said it. And then she finally started talking about the actual live. That was over 30 minutes ago on her live, that is. The part that I'm reacting to. Land the damn plane. For crying out loud. Y'all speaking. She said it was another dig. Her talking about she got to get down there to get things handled. Because if she was there, it would be already done. Again, she's doing some twisting. I didn't I haven't heard Majane talk like that. I heard her saying that she had to have her sister do stuff and she had to have her cousin, her sister and her cousin do stuff, and her aunties are helping her, and she got all kind of family members that are doing different things that are helping. And you know what? When you do something like this, it's very difficult to do it on your own. You need a bunch of people, you need a bunch of help. So where's the dig? Where's the dig? There is no dig. It just is what it is. Hold on, I gotta do something real quick though. Now this I do have to do. Hold on. Let me do this. Y'all already know. Gotta send a text message real quick. Why is my phone like that? Y'all laughing. Yes, land the damn plane. She's looking. Somebody in the comment section said they are so inexperienced. What it doesn't take much to go to Sam's or Costco to get utensils. Why do you have to have somebody over getting utensils? You know why? Stupid. Because if you're only one person, you can't do everything yourself. And when you step up and lead, you delegate for everybody that's going to assist. You give this one that task, that one. I mean, we this is obvious. I think they know that. If it was buckets, they'd be defending it. But since it's her, they're nitpicking it. You want her to exhaust herself and do everything herself? You want her to wait until she gets to the Bay Area and try to get the stuff done? Or do you want her to oversee it, manage what people are doing, and get as much done as she can from where she's at until she get back to the Bay? Come on. What the hell is wrong with you? Wildflower said definitely twisting. That's what she does. That's what she does. Chris said, what? She said, of course you delegate. Hello? They so stupid. She could never do everything herself. Even if she tried, she still couldn't do everything herself. There's a lot of times in life you need people. People make things easier. This is one of those where you absolutely need a team. And that's just it, and that's just all. Stupid. It's willful ignorance. Literally willful ignorance. Okay, she hit pause. So, um, Chris said facts. Leslie Cole said, "Hey, Leslie, welcome back, Leslie." She said, "Hey, kiss and chat." She said, "What's good now?" This heifer over here trying to act like Majane is throwing slick shots when she's just talking about delegating, using others to get things done, and having to rely on others. And she trying to say that she was taking shots at Day Day. When the truth is, I didn't hear any shots. She's just lying. Why you always lie? I might have to actually while she got us on pause while she is looking for something. She is looking for something, and of course, she's full of it. Um, if they, they have publicly fought. We are very aware that they have publicly fought. You know what I'm saying? It's nothing new. We all watched it, and it just is what it is. But at the end of the day, you ain't got to lie about that now. And this is what I want to know. I can't wait for you to meet this girl. While she having us on pause. This is what I want to know. Oh, you got the new one? Y'all already know. That's what's up. That's what's up. I see you. That's your BMW? That's nice. That's your girl? Golly. Yeah, I see you. Just be making stuff up. I just want to know one thing. Ready? Why the fuck you lying? Why you always lying? Oh my god. Stop fucking lying. Told me you're lying so much. You're making it hard for me. I just want to know why. Why? You ain't got the lie to kick it. Jeez, Louise. Jeez. Uh-huh. She said, she said, Kiss, I see that your style on commentary. Oh, it's in period. Listen, it crossed my mind, Gamma. It crossed my mind, Gamma. You feel me? You feel me? You feel me? She be taking them slick shots and stuff, but she be getting inspired and stuff. She been doing that. I know I'm not the only one, but I'm definitely one of the ones. She been doing it since day one. And you know what? Ever since I said she can have welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. She was doing it every time. Ever since I said that, she ain't said it since. What's my other one? I can't think of it right now. It was two of them though that I said she can have. When I get ready to say it, it'll come back to me. I said she can have it. I'm breaking the habit of saying it. She ain't said it since. She be in the bushes. Talking about people got 8 viewers and 3 viewers and 20 viewers in their live, but she one of them. Inspiring. Bonnie said sometimes she stalls until her goals are met. She does. She does. But she been on there at this point, it's like an hour and 45. Just it's a little over that. So she's on the back end because it was 2.5 hours. So basically, I think that she was really just um I think that she was really just I don't know, maybe she wasn't as prepared or what. I don't really know. But I'm pretty sure her goals was already met. I tell y'all what though, that one before that I was doing when I was calling out all the money and I was like, yep, oh, she said her goal was met. Oh, she said the flow state. Oh, she said the dish. Oh, she said the that. You can't see it when you watch the replay. It all that stuff does not pop up. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't have a chat. I don't have a chat set up to the replay chat. So I don't think that it shows up or whatever, but she was calling each and every one of them out and I just decided since she want to repeat their money, I'll repeat hers and I kept calling it out. You don't hear me saying that this time, right? Cuz she hasn't done it. Affected, huh? So what did they say? They say who who wants to clean when you're mourning? Wait, hold on. I had to run that back one more time. They're using dinnerware. I have never heard of that. Who wants to clean when you're mourning? Life don't stop because you're mourning. It doesn't. And if you want to have a fancy dinner celebrating as a part of your celebration of life, then it just is what it is. Like they don't make dishwashers. Why isn't she there taking care of everything? Did she not tell you that her daughter was doing finals and all kinds of stuff like that? Like what the hell? They you know they watching, so you know that they know. She's saying that she's used to doing everything on her own to make sure that it's done right, to make sure it's done the proper way, and she done took 3, 4, 5 digs at her sister, she said. Listen, Buckets is, of course, she's full of crap. Of course, she's twisting and turning what's being said to fit the narrative that she wants it to fit. But here's the thing. Here's the thing. Not just in a situation like this, when you are either the older sibling, one of the older siblings, if you're the sibling that takes the lead, then you totally understand doing things, taking the lead, making sure things get done, delegating, thinking that your younger, sometimes, let's be real, sometimes you might think your younger sibling ain't gonna do it a certain way, but they gonna do it the way they gonna do it, and you basically you gotta accept it. That what's wrong with that? It might be you might not even be the oldest and you think that you can do it better. That's not necessarily taking a dig. I didn't hear her take any digs, and I don't always listen to the full of some things. I'll be coming back to it, or I might have already been doing this and then I gotta go back and catch the rest of the replay. I listened to the whole thing. Whatever she's saying, that's not what I heard. So I don't know what she's talking about. And I don't know where the digs were. I didn't catch no digs. I didn't catch no digs. And I don't know why there would be any digs anyway. But what I'm saying is she's making it up. Oh, period. Pooh. Hold on one second. I'll be right back. She's reaching. That's the best way to describe it. She is literally reaching. So she's saying that when Majane says she'll be going down there with Day Day to grad school and that'll distract her, she said that was a form of trying to clean it up. But maybe that's also just being in the lead, because guess what? You're the oldest sibling. You are, your mother has passed, and your sister is relocating to another coast. Normally, the parent would go and help them get settled in, regardless of what age they are. So now your big sister is stepping up and helping with that process. That's amazing. And of course, Bucket's willfully misunderstood. Ooh, hot. Oh, she back to talking about the comment. She are now see this is what I'm talking about. How she gets. Let me switch sides on that. How she gets. I don't want my. How she gets repetitive because she already talked about the comment. See, I just feel like she trying to buy time at this point. And like, hold on, I ain't mean to do that. I want to do this and run that back. Actually, hold on one second, y'all. Run that back in slow motion. Hold on, y'all. I'm about to watch a program when I get up off of here. Um, she's back to talking about the comment where Majane had to check the person and block her. So what I'm about to do is I'm about to skip over that. What time is it on this? Oh, okay. I'm actually doing quite good for time because I'm not getting ready to indulge her. You see, with the repeating, because why? Why do she? You already talked about this. Now you going back to it'd be different if you was adding to what you said. You're literally reading the transcript, and then you're turning around and you're responding. But you already did that. You already touched on this part. What a waste. So I'm not gonna do it twice. Mm. Oh my God, that water was hot. Ah, ooh, that's hot. Oh, she want to get to the part where she said she was talking about everybody on YouTube. I just scorched the mess out of my tongue as I'm listening. I would have got me some lemon water because my throat is feeling a little groggy, I think, from all this talking. Whew, that water was so hot that don't make no sense. She talking about the part she she said actually I just thought about I was about to repeat it already. This part she already said too about how Majane said how what helpful it is to her to coming on YouTube and cussing people out is therapeutic for her. Okay, here we go. Of course, she would get butthurt about the comments about the money. She said where she said something about this sector do not have life changing money, and start and ask it the questions that she asked. Y'all got to go and look at the replay of Majane's live, but she asked the questions were valid. The points she made were valid points. It's true. Far as the money, it's not a lot of money flowing through this sector. It's a bunch of shared subscribers that are very helpful. It's helpful to have the supporters or whatever, and people do what they can, and then there's people like buckets to try to bleed them dry and dominate, where their money goes because she wants it all to go to her. But this isn't one of those sectors where you have a, I want to say, like a mukbang sector, but let's be real. I was because I my first thing came to my mind was like B Loves, but the reality is B Loves life really changed when she made that sauce. It was the sauce that got her to the money. But what can you do that's based off what you're doing here that can get you life changing money? Maybe something. Has anyone done it yet? No. So it's not life changing money. It's change. Some might get more than others. Yes, it's helpful. If you're going to get 3,500 extra dollars or 5,000 extra dollars, especially if you're in a situation where you already make money and your bills are already paid, that's going to be helpful. That's going to be very helpful. You get what I'm saying? But is that life altering? Actually, it could. If you play your cards right, if you play your cards right, it could. It could. It could. But we haven't seen anybody get to that point. And I don't think that those numbers are consistent numbers, but I don't know. I don't know. Some of them say they get stuff on a monthly basis, but they don't show it every month. So I don't know what to believe. She says she hasn't seen one person in this sector upgrade their life. Oh, that's true though. Who has? Like who? Well, I don't know, like upgrade, like a major change, like a significant change. Can anyone think of anyone who has shown that they have experienced a significant upgrade to their lifestyle or their life circumstances as a result of the money that they made here? There's some things that people do. They make money, they take trips, they buy things because that they may not have otherwise been able to buy because they got money here. Maybe they get ahead on some bills. Maybe sometimes you see people be needing things for their home. I need a water heater. People donated. They might have had to take out a loan otherwise, stuff like that. Yes, but like, you know, well, I mean, actually, you know what? I don't know. I mean, I'm being fair because when I look at it, the sector is based off LA. Look at LA. She came on here in section 8 with 4 kids and no car. She would beg people for money for rentals. She'd get a rental for a week. She took her kids around. She did things with her kids. She moved from place to place. She always had that hustle spirit. She was selling cups out of her place and having different people coming and going. It seemed like she had them um crashing in her crib. And you know what? I just thought about something. She was feeding the homeless, wasn't she? That's where Buckets got that from. Everything she does is unoriginal. Cause Latrice absolutely was going out there feeding the homeless. Although sometimes she was giving them the food she didn't finish, which is diabolical. But she went from that to purchasing property to driving fancy cars to all the things. But it's like the majority across the board, it hasn't happened for. But I get what she's saying. I get what she's saying. Okay, okay, Sanchez. Sanchez said extra money is life changing. That's why I'm saying, like, when she say not life changing money, initially I go, okay, I see that, but then I think about it, like, honestly, if you got a few extra $1,000 a month, hell, do you know what you could do with that? Buy some property, do some things that could generate additional revenue, especially if it's consistent. The problem is, do you want to depend upon it? You know what I mean? Because this thing could change at any moment. But who in this group? Because that's fair. You right, Sanchez. My thing is, but have we seen anybody except the example I just gave of L.A. Well, there has been some other people actually. Like I said, people asking for stuff for their homes or whatever that they may not have. They would have had to take a loan out for, or they're just doing it because they know they can get the money to get themselves set up. That's also life for the future. You know what I'm saying? With it already being done, because they get into that bag while they can while that striking while that iron is hot. Okay, I see that. Or things that people have bought or trips that people have taken. But Buckets really shouldn't be speaking to this because Buckets does not fit in that category. There's nothing Buckets has done that changed her life. Nothing. So she wanted, and you see, there it goes. Because the next thing she says is like, who is she talking to? Because it can't be Buckets. Well, probably is. Now, that one could be in the category of the people like you, Buckets, or like the damn 74s, because you over there balling out on Timu. Like, come on, sis. Or you all or your whole Shrek crew, twin pallets. Y'all literally laying on twin pallets on the floor. Like, are you kidding me? Her and her husband, the criminals. or the Shrek baby. Do 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 do. You know what I mean? Nothing different. Over there looking like your bones popping out your neck. Or do you eat every day? Are you cool? Bama would say, "Are you cool?" Looking like you starving. Right. Bonnie Mitchell said, at all. Okay. Nothing. No change. But what she said, she said, y'all ain't travel, y'all ain't got no decent A cars, y'all ain't traveled since you've been on YouTube. And then of course the hit dog hollers, Bucket, who you talking about in that high pitched little screamy voice that she does? Yeah, you already know. She said, cause I didn't travel, right? Hold on, y'all. I didn't mess around and start using my right hand again. I was doing such a great job of using my left hand. And as soon as I start using my right hand again, here come the pain. Let me press play. Press play. Let's press play. Is this charged fully? Hold on one second. Let me see. Almost fully charged. Press and play. Let me see how long it's gonna take me to get through this next little. All right. She said, name. This is a comment. Can you name one content creator that you've seen get a better house, basically from the money you make in this sector? It's not a lot of money in the sector. Guess what? But this app is a, what was it? Was it Gamma? Was it 4 trillion? Wait, billion? I think I said, did I say million or billion? If Gamma, if you still here, was it trillion-dollar company? 4 trillion? Um, Google. So it's money to be made on this app. You know what I'm saying? Even if the people that throw it aren't rich, it's money to be made on here. So they don't downplay that. I can't remember if it was 4 billion or 4 trillion. It's a 4 billion or $4 trillion company, Google. Oh, trillion. Lady B said trillion. $4 trillion business. So it's definitely some money to be made, okay? So don't listen to her downplaying it because she ain't, her bag ain't bagging like some, and she doesn't have anything to show for it. And I mean, let's be real, the money that she made could have actually altered her life had she done something with it. The money that she made since she been out here, she could have had a whole mouthful of dentures, a whole mouthful of dentures. Um, she could have had a place to stay for real. They could have did something with the land, the land, the land. She could be looking like something. Could you imagine having no real, like, start off with a person with no real life expenses, you bumming off everybody. You got a SNAP card to get you food. You live at your child with your children, you bum off of them all month long. So you don't have any adult bills. But you over here is flashing 3,500 or $5,000 that you're making in a month. Your hair could be done, your nails could be done, your whip could be whipping. You could and you're in a economically what's the word I want to say? It's inexpensive compared to some major cities. Oh, that's what I want to say. I want to say the cost of living is low where she lives. The cost of living is low where she lives. So it could have made a difference for her, but she hasn't shown anything like that because she values nothing. So of course she gonna say, "Are you talking about me?" It applies to you. Um Sanchez said, "You have to have a job I was a TikToker, but I have a great job. These platforms are really for fun. For some people, this is electronic begging. Oh my gosh. Isn't that true? Isn't that true, Sanchez? Like, it's turned into just a regular thing. Like, at one point in time, people some people would come on here and beg, other people would just do what they did and let the money flow how it did. If you sent a super chat, super secure, whatever. Other people had their Cash App pinned all the time. They was not going live without the Cash App. I just think it's a norm, so I'm not dissing it necessarily. But then people start getting to the next level. The baby need diapers. The light bill is this due. The I had a this. You know the relatives that as soon as they find out somebody got money, everybody got a story. That's what it turned into. Oh, it's about to be my this. Oh, now it's about to be my that. And it's every time you get them something, they got the next thing, or they just dry begging. Oh, I wish I could get some lunch. Oh, I wish I could, oh, I don't even have enough gas to get to work this week. Whole time you don't even know them for real, and they ain't even got no job. You know what I'm saying? And it just done completely turned into that. And because of that, it probably raised the value of Google because a lot of people are throwing money on this app. And so they get a percentage of it, balling out of freaking control. And TikTok, boy, the way they said these folks was making money over there on TikTok, stupid amounts of money. Stupid amounts of money. But if you just relying on that, I don't know. I watched a few videos with TikTokers who said they worked regular jobs, but they was making hella money on TikTok and they kind of got used to it. So when things changed up and they weren't making as much money, it was a significant impact on their lives where they was basically trying to say put things back to the way that they were. But I guess they had started relying on that additional money. You know what I'm saying? They were relying on the additional money that was coming in. But then you have the people like the buckets of the world who just rely on all the money. No working or anything. Let me see. I think I missed a comment. Oh yeah, no, I saw that one. And Lady B was saying yes, 4 trillion. Lady B said getting dressed and listening, laughing. Period. Sanchez said, hold on, y'all. Let me see if I can drink. I'm trying to drink some water to help clear my throat. And I made some lemon water, but I made it too hot. Hold on. Dang, it burned the crap out my tongue. Let me see. Mm, okay, that's better. Jeez. Mm, okay. I'm trying to make my voice sound a little bit better for y'all. Mm, but the way I burned my tongue and the roof of my mouth don't make no gosh darn sense. Mm. Sanchez said, you don't have to stand on the street with the sign anymore. Exactly. 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 Bonnie Mitchell said, oh, I forgot to my light bill. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, thanks for giving me the money for the baby's diapers. Oh, but now the light bill is due. Oh, you paid the light bill? Damn, I just got another notice. You know what I mean? It's always something. I walked all the way this many miles and I ruined my shoes. I sure wish I could just get some more money for some shoes. And again, it's that situation where when a person gets money and then a bunch of people come with their stories, they be lined up with the stories. Lined up with the stories trying to get some money up out of you. Like that's how it goes on here. It's a real life show of that kind of behavior. Mm. Oh, that's better. That's better. That hot water is helping my throat. I think my voice is sounding less groggily. Groggy? Yeah, that's the word. Groggy. Mm. Still a little hot. I don't even know how I made the water that doggone hot. Damn microwave. Let me see. Bonnie Mitchell said, I forgot that one. I mean, I don't think I read that one. Lady B said panhandling on the internet. It is. That's exactly what it is. That is exactly what it is. It used to be on the corner. It used to be in different places. It used to be outside the bank. It used to be outside the credit union. You know what I mean? On the corner, I mean like when you come up off the freeway. You know what I'm saying? Either selling something or sitting there with a sign, or anywhere. For example, let me tell you about the Pampers one. Remember when Buckets, she was panhandling online, talking about she tried to help this lady that need to get some Pampers for her daughter, et cetera, et cetera. And the first time I heard it, I'm like, that's kind of interesting. So Roz ended up calling it out. That's Buckets. It was happening in her groups. So she's like, that's Buckets. I'm like, oh, she put us up on game. And I think Buckets probably got the idea because people was going around the malls that was doing it. They heard about it, and I think malls. I think it was happening in the malls everywhere. Because I know for a fact, before I heard about it online, I said that's interesting. Because a lady, I had been at the mall, and this lady walked up, and she was like, excuse me, do you have any can you have any money, basically cash that you can spare? Like, I got my baby and I don't have no milk for my baby, and I don't have no diapers or anything, and I was just wondering if you can give me anything so I can get some stuff for my baby. And I looked at the lady, and normally I would, but I don't know. It was something about the look of the lady. I just didn't trust her. So I was like, no, I don't have anything. Continued on shopping. I get to work on Monday. I'm talking about it. My coworker is like, where was you at? I told her which mall I was at. She's like, that lady is always there. I said, are you serious? Yeah, that's what she does. She just walk around. I don't know if she was anywhere else, but at this particular mall, my coworker was like, "Oh yeah, she always there. That's what she does. She walk around and she just bad. She do the same thing. Oh, diapers and milk for the baby. Yep, that's her." she's like, what she look like? I described her. She's like, "Yep, that's her. That's her. That's what she does." And then after that happened, I was listening in here, and Buckets was over there talking about some lady that needed help. Y'all remember that? The diapers, and she needed help for stuff for her baby, diapers and whatnot. And I was like, damn, that sounds like the lady at the mall. And then Roz ended up exposing that basically that was Buckets' scheme. It was Buckets. Send money to her cash app. Buckets was coming on talking about some she trying to help the lady basically, but it was really for Buckets. And I was like, that's crazy. That's crazy. A mess. That's what it is. It's a whole mess. Um Lady B said, don't get me wrong, it helps, but some people just make it bad for others. They overdo it. I agree with you 100%. I agree with you 100%. It's helpful. You know what I mean? People, you go live and you put your cash out. I just feel like it's a norm at this point. That's why I'm trying to say, like, I ain't trying to say, like, don't do it or whatever. I guess it's just a norm. That's what people do. People contribute where they want to contribute. If you like a person, they throw money at them, or if they know the person supports them, they support them in the same way, stuff like that. It's nothing wrong with it, but I feel like it's the overdoing it. You know what I mean? It's the as soon every time, and especially if they need something, and every time you help them, the next thing you know, they need something else. Every time you meet their needs, they have the next need lined up. It's too much. It's always, or the Buckets got tired of making up fake excuses. So she just started putting aggressive goals and just send me the money. I ain't gonna even fake y'all out. Just because send me the 200 because I said. Send me the 500 because I said. She gonna put the goal with a straight face. Did you meet the goal? Entitlement, entitlement, entitlement. That's it. Ain't got the dry begging, none of that. She passed that point. She got the people trained. I would love to see some of these people's cash apps of the exchanges of how much they have sent her. And they can look in their Google and see as well, far as super stickers, super chats, and all that. It used to be that way. I'm new to getting used to the changes, But I would guess that they didn't change that. But I know for a fact it used to be that you can go in there and you could look at each individual name, anybody you thrown money to, and you could see how much you threw, when you threw it. If you got memberships, you see all of those transactions. Sanchez said professional beggars, right? Lady B said they do it as a career now. If you notice, they on the street dress with Jordans on, maybe somebody gave it to them, but drive off in a Mercedes. Right. Exact. I just was talking to my son the other day. I said we was talking about careers and stuff like that. And I asked my son, excuse me, I asked my son, I said, do you think that in, let's say, 5 to 10 years, because it takes time for them to change those like career guide books and all that kind of stuff where they list that, or whatever, where people have those type of careers and they do educational programs, colleges start offering them, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think at some point in time they're going to list social media, like content creator or being a social media personality, as a career? Because I do. Because of the fact that some people are making big bank, becoming, I guess some are coming very wealthy off of it. I said, do you think so? And he was like, he thinks that it probably will happen. He wasn't sure about it being like listed in colleges, but I think it will, because if it becomes a bona fide, identified career position, then they're absolutely, I think, going to list it, some college courses regarding it. But that's just my opinion. But he thought, because he's like, some people are already doing that. They're coming out saying they're aspiring to be whatever, this social media personality. So mm, but you're talking about a generation that all they know is social media. And as some of these kids get older, all they know is, I mean, not social media. I meant to say the computer age, internet, and the more recent generation, social media has been around their entire lives. And especially with the content creator thing blowing up, regardless of what you're doing, you might be doing local news in your area, you might be a comedian, you might be a reactor, you might be a whatever. It's everywhere. You might be a TikToker, you might be a dancer, you might be a whatever. I'm like, it's absolutely gonna happen. But the problem is, and this is why the money changed, because it's oversaturated. It's already oversaturated. And also it gives people the ability to sit at home, do nothing. If that's what their situation is, they get to sit at home and do nothing. And then in the cases of a crap buckets, they get to actually be something when no one ever saw them that way in life. But this is one of those, in her case, some people, it's your story, tell it how you want it to be told. And so that's what she does. And then it makes them feel like they did something, because you buy in because you don't know any better. And then they buy in because that's what they really want the story to be. And then they feel like something versus what happens when they're not on here looking at the people who know what their real answer is. I just don't. And and they can say that they have money in their pockets in a way that they never did before, because they come out here, they beg, they finesse, they manipulate, they all the things, and now they have money when they didn't. They were relying on people prior to that. So yeah, I just don't see it getting better. Hmm. Mm-hmm. Let me see. She said, Lady B said, that means they need to get a job. If they can't manage the resources that they make, they need that job to make up the difference. You would think they would. You would think that they would. She said, especially if you're young and able. Exactly. Exactly. Yes. Lady B said, yes. She said, digital content creator. Exactly. Exactly. Sanchez said, Lady B, right. If professional fisherman is a college course, yes, it will be. Oh, oh no. Oh no. Lady B said Sanchez 100. Oh man. Gamma said trillion. She said, sorry, I was delayed in the chat. She said I had a call. No worries. Thank you for coming through with that. Lady B knew too. She came through with it. I was like, was it billion or trillion? I thought it was trillion because I'm like, they got money, money. Yes, indeed. So 4 trillion, 4 trillion. Mm-mm-mm. Craziness. I'm trying to clear my throat. I'm drinking this warm lemon water. It finally cooled down some, but my voice keep getting a little raspy. Mm. Let me press play. So they saying she's spending the F out of the GoFundMe money. If it's for memorial expenses, can she not use it to buy a dress and shoes? If you donate money to someone for memorial expenses, this is what I want to know. This is what I'm asking y'all for real. If you donate money to a fund to help with memorial expenses, and we know that you going to a funeral most of the time, at least in our culture, people gonna buy a new outfit, right? You got females, they gonna get their hair done, all that kind of stuff. If you donate to the memorial fund and part of the money, and I'm not saying this is what happened, but I'm just asking a question. And the receiver of the money takes part of the money to get like hairdos and like outfit to wear to the funeral and like shoes and like things like that that you need. Um, do you have a problem with it? Before and after and memorial expenses. The actual memorial expenses and the pre things and the post things. Do you have a problem with that? That's what I want to know. Because I would say no, because from where I'm sitting, my response to that would be no. And I did contribute. And my answer is no. And the reason I say no is because I am aware that there's additional expenses that go with it. It's not just laying your loved one to rest, it's the things that are already cited, which is why I was saying in the first place. Wait, what is my AirPod and disconnected? That's why I was saying in the first place, you know, the more the better because the expenses are going to add up pretty quickly. And so, you know, I just think that Buckets is out of pocket with what she's saying. Let me see. Lady B said, but the thing about when they put that on a resume, do they character line up with their career? And you gotta have just more than digital content creator, etc. You right, Lady B? She said, sorry for the typos. You know, this autocorrect be a mess. Lady B said, you can spend that money on whatever you choose to. That's on the person. Exactly. Sanchez said, that money is for the. Oh, okay. Sanchez said, the money is for the deceased body only. She's the F and TF and I. Wait, the F and I, yes, I have a problem with it. Okay, so Sanchez said Sanchez has a problem with it. Okay, so it's a mixed opinion. It depends on who you're talking to. Bonnie Mitchell said, once I donate it, it's none of my business what they do with the money. Okay, there you go. So it all depends on the individual. It all depends on the individual. Yeah. So I feel like if a person takes up money, maybe they should just let people know. Like, I'm saying, if that's what their intentions are. I'm not saying that's what she did. She has a job. So she could use her own money for that kind of stuff. And then the money that was received could be going directly to those expenses. I'm not putting that on her. I just want to clarify that. Um, but I feel like if a person is going to use it for everything, then maybe they should just put that in their write up. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it wasn't in their write up because I didn't read the whole thing. But then a person should put that in the write up so that people are very clear on this is what this is going to. It's either going directly to that or we need money for all of these things. Lady B said exactly, Bonnie. And you don't have to come back to the internet. That is, explain nothing to nobody, show no receipt, because if you gave from your heart. Point. Period. I agree with you 1,000%, Lady B. That's one of those. I don't need the receipts. I saw that you needed help. I made my contributions, and that's it. My hands are off of it. Now, don't get me twisted. There's gonna be times when I'm gonna be like, show the receipts. I want to see it. Yes, I gave it to you. Once I gave it to you, what you did with it is what you did with it. But if you like, for example, if you say to me, "Hey, I need money for a new pair of shoes," I always want to make that example. I want to see you go get the new shoes, but that don't actually mean nothing unless you keep showing me yourself in the shoes. Because a person could say they need some new shoes and show you them going to the store buying the shoes, and as soon as they turn the camera off, they return them. That don't really mean anything anyway. So it's almost like that's the risk that you take. You know what I mean? But if it's for a memorial, like I said, from my point of view, I don't care if you use it towards any expense related to that before and after. And then the other thing is, once I give, my hands are off of it. But I just don't want to be deceived. You say, "Oh, I need a new roof on my house." I want to see the new roof. I want you to show me the people up on the roof laying the tiles. That's where I'm at with it. Oh, I needed to have them dig up something in my yard. I want you to show me the people digging in the yard. I want to see if that's the case. And if you don't show me, then you ain't getting nothing else up out of me. That's the difference. You see? Let me see. Sanchez said, "Right, Kiss. Um, put in write up. I'm okay with that part." Okay, cool, cool, cool. Bonnie B said, 100, Lady B. Naya said, um, once the money leaves my hand and it's out of my control. Okay, you see? So Lady B said the problem is they need to ask the question, if the shoe was on the other foot. Come on now. She said, how would they do it? She said they will cause people out and tell you to mind your business. So be pressed. She said, what? Be wait, is it be pressed? Be wait, buy have someone else. Oh, BYB, I think, because this thing be auto correcting. She said, mind your business. So BYB have someone else spend the money. If everybody was friends, it wouldn't be no problem. I think, I don't know if I read that right. But I feel like I get what you're saying, because she's saying like, yes, because that's exactly what they would be doing. They would be telling people to mind their business, stop counting their money, etc., etc. You know what I mean? Why they so pressed about their money? You know what I'm saying? People, if everybody was cool, it wouldn't be a problem. 100. Naya said, "Hey, kissing everyone. Welcome back, Naya." Oh, she said, "Sorry, how? No, okay." I was trying to make it out. Okay, she said, "I said that if people were friends, it wouldn't be no problem if the shoes was on the other foot. They will cuss them out and tell them to mind their business." 100. Now that's 100 right there. Absolutely. They sure would. They sure would for themselves and on behalf of their friend. You right. You right. But because they enemies, they over here being some haters. Exactly. Now that's facts right there. My whole vibe said, "Hey, Kiss," and all the beautiful ladies in the chat. Hey, vibe, welcome in, welcome, welcome. What is going on? Naya said, we don't know. We don't know what they're doing with the money. How do you still have a private investigator still on retainer?" Exactly. That's so dumb. Exactly. All of that. Bonnie said, there are people, buckets, like to oh, throw it in their face about what I did for you always. Lady B said, I had to make that correction because I know they in my business. I got you. She said, listen, Lady B said, let me make it plain to you. In case you got confused, in case you got it twisted. Let me see. This is what Lady B was trying to say, okay? Hey Prince. What's up, Prince? Happy Saturday. Welcome, welcome. Prince said, Kiss. I sent a cash app, a blessing, and moved on. Showing a family grace and sending condolences doesn't mean we will be best friends or start to hang out. I sent it from my heart. 100, 100. Knowing that they need, help. They said they needed help. So, exactly. They just mad, right, Naya? She said 100, Prince. Why they mad? Exactly. Because I'm trying to figure out why they so mad. You know? What's the deal? What gives? You send it from your heart and you move on. Or if you say what it's for, you use it for that. It is what it is. You got to know, like I said, even if you don't have that inside point of view because you haven't had to plan a funeral, memorial, however you want to go into that, if you haven't had to directly plan it, guess what? You know some of the expenses at least, even if you don't know all of them. And all that stuff adds up. All of it adds up. And the way companies are price gouging at this point, I don't want to say it. I mean, I want not that I don't want to say it, but I wish it wasn't this way. But all people that can price gouge, some have a tendency to price gouge. So what I'm getting at is this. If we're in a price gouging world right now, you already know like a funeral home is probably nickel and diming everything. I can't imagine what that looks like right now. You used to be able to get a car and get a limo included. I bet everything is a la carte. I bet everything is a la carte. That adds up real quickly. So while they over there trying to count coins, they better recognize. And again, if Buckets is telling the truth, which we know she's not, about recently helping lay her stepfather to rest. Her mom's dude. Um, then she would have an inside point of view of how expensive that is. But of course, when it comes to finances, they don't count on her. All she does is get in pockets. She might have been right there next to her mother, thinking her mother was going to get something and she was going to get a piece of it. And her mom was like, go on, bum. Damn. Imagine being the mother with the kids you can rely on. And then there's the buckets. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, here we go. Trying to make sure that doesn't go out on me. Y'all are speaking. Like, who is that? Oh, okay. Thought I had missed somebody. Lady B said because money excites certain people, and have that much money, and it's not them. That's the problem, right? Exactly. Prince said, I will help anyone in need. Gots dang. She said, that could be me tomorrow. You see, empathy, having a heart. But Buckets, I don't know. I just think Buckets doesn't. The way she been acting, it's no way she could. She crazy. And that other one, she ain't even conversation worthy for real. Vibe said, I think they are mad that the money isn't coming to them. I agree with you, Vibe. That seems like a huge part of it. And it's one of those, if I can't have it, no one can have it. They did everything they could to stop that money. Crazy. Lady B said, list something happened on that their end, all the money going to one person, and they will distribute out what they want the person to have. Clock that. Always, because that's what they would have done. Send the money to Bucket's cash app, Roach cash app, and then they gonna give the money that they receive. That's what they did with what was the lady name, what was it T and P? I forgot her name right now. P and J. That was her name. That's what they lied. They lied about that at the beginning of this. When we first found out, they spent days and a week lying and rewriting the story. They had the money sent directly to the funeral home. No, you didn't, Buckets. It was only your Cash App for days. And then finally you said they could send it to the funeral home, but if they wanted to send it to you, they could send it to you and you'll send it to the funeral home. Your Cash App was always an option. You collected money on your Cash App exclusively initially for what, for P and J, you said. And then want to say you got her put in the ground. At the end of the day, most of that money probably went to her. If you think that she gave them 100% of the money that she earned, I would say even the majority. Y'all already know what I'm going to say. I have an island off the coast of Costa Rica. I will sell it to you for the low. Listen to me when I tell you it is not a scam. Now, you will pay me in advance, cash out, final sale, no refunds, sight unseen. But when you go off the coast of Costa Rica, I promise you it's gonna be an island just for you. You feel me? That's what I got for you. If you believe that. Naya said, vibe, I agree. But accusing others of pocket watching always. Bonnie said, Prince, exactly. Plus, it's the adult in us. Exactly. Exactly. Empathy, all the things. And you know that too. You know what I'm saying? It's the time. And it's sometimes it's also like what you would want someone to do for you. You know what I mean? Um, yeah, they're hypocrites. Vibe said very much so. Vibe said, and why are they worried about it? If we donate it, if God moves me to give, I do what my father said. Amen. Amen. Vibe. Lady B said vibes exactly. All right, y'all. Let me get through this last little part. I guess it's the last little part. There we go. Plug that in. My AirPod got a little bit of juice. I'm gonna read these comments. So she said, Prince said, what is the difference between supporting content creators on YT, using Cash App, super stickers, and gifting memberships? We don't ask content creators what they do with the blessings. We send them. Exactly. Exactly. So what, right? Because like what's the difference? They just want to make a difference. But then later they'll make the argument, mind your business. Um, Vibe said, but if the shoe was on the other foot, they would want all the sympathy in the world. Exactly. Even though Buckets was saying in here, she's like, if it was her, don't do none of that for her kids. Don't do none of that. That's what she said. She said don't do none of that. Don't do the sympathy writings on the wall. Don't reach out to her daughter. Don't reach out to any of her sons. She named everybody my name. She said don't reach out to her extended family. Don't reach out to her siblings. Do not reach out to anybody connected to her. Don't try to do any of the things. The stuff that's going on right now, she said do not do that for them. And you know what? All I heard is selfish, selfish, selfish. You pilfered off of them the whole time you were here, left them with nothing, and now they got to have expenses to deal with the aftermath of your existence. And you got a whole group of people that you know would probably help them out. Especially even, and as much as I said it wouldn't be the same as what's happening now, I do believe that. But I also do believe that there would be plenty of people that would be like, looking at the fact that those kids had to carry her as a burden and now they got to figure this thing out. They're young adults trying to figure out their life. Look, because she said if it was her. So let's say if it's around the time that they're young, it don't matter what how old they are, they had to carry her. And guess what? You don't want people to help your mama, your siblings, your kids, your extended family. You don't want them to help with those expenses. You wouldn't want them to be able to lay you to rest and walk away a normal life without debt. You wouldn't want that. You know you don't have no life insurance policy. You know you don't have anything. You work for nothing if you've done nothing with yourself. And the money that you earn here, you probably don't have anything to show for it. And you wouldn't want them to get any assistance. So you're selfish in life and in death. That is diabolical. And you talking about your kids. They supposed to be number one. If even if you said F everybody else, let them figure it out. You don't even want your kids to have that. So your kids would be grieving knowing that it's a group of people. And you say, oh, if they was on the other side, I don't want none of that. She is a demon, a evil demon. Okay, walking planet Earth, and she can want people to stop saying it all that she want that she says and all she wants to, but it's not gonna happen. It's just not gonna happen. It is what it is. Call a thing a thing. Let me see. She said exactly. She said there's no difference. And Lady B said exactly. They'll come out here and say the person helped everybody, know the person only helped the people because they know they're gonna get a pinch of it off the back end. Exactly. Naya said their money flow is low and desperate. I'm adding that in desperate part because it is. Gamma said kiss. Yes, Gamma. I added her last week. Like she said, you have Lady B on your list. I did. Oh, I gotta double check and see. Oh, yeah. She said all of that. Cause listen, sometimes they report me slow, sometimes they report me fast. But baby, when I updated that list and added Lady B, I was doing something and I came back. It wasn't even that much longer. Boy, they had already been reported me. I said, boy, that was on my head. Let me know that you subscribed and got your notifications on all. Why is you so mad? Stop reporting my list. Stop reporting my list. Gamma said, oh, she said, oh, okay, Lady B. She said, I didn't see. She said, yeah. She said, I wanted you to wear your crown too. Buddy said, she's lying like an expensive, she is lying like an expensive Persian rug. Um, Prince said, like I said, I would help anyone in any sector, regardless of whether we get along or not. She said, we may never speak again, but I will be just fine. That's some grown woman stuff for real, for real. Lady B said, yes, it's under the other name. Oh yeah. Mhm. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they was mad. They reported me super fast that day. I said, "Oh, okay. Y'all is I know, let me know that you watching. You watching. Oh boy, you know what I just realized? I'm glad that I looked at that cuz I need to plug up the device that I'm on, but I was charging a different device and I was trying to get it to 100% before I plugged this other one in and I looked down and I'm like at 7%, but I still got I got a little bit to go. It depends on how fast it is. Depends on. Wait. Oh, that's right, because I unplugged it. What am I doing? Where's the plug at? We can move this back in here now because that cord is longer. Is that charging? Are you always? Okay, there we go. Because I was about to be. What in charge? I know I've been on here with everything I've done. I've been rotated between charging three different devices, one at a time. Ooh wee. Let me see. She said, why do they have to keep a report? Uh, Why do they have to report people? That's childish. They are. That's what they do. I be having hella problems with that list. Hella problems. I'm so glad I'm vetted because I can do more. But at first, they would shut me down for 24 hours flat, straight up. Like, I said, okay, that's how you feel? Well, thanks for doing that immediately because now you let me know I'm pissing you off. So I'm going to do it even more stupid. Would have been better if you would have kept calm. But since you want to report me so much, I'm on your head. Keep on letting me know the hot button items, dummy. You don't even know how to play this. She said, she said the truth, you done fell out with everybody. That part. And she don't want, I guess what, she don't want it discussed. It is what it is. Stand on it. You know? What's the problem? She said, they have made their position clear to me. And I fit did I ask last time? I think I did ask. I gotta add. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm not gonna ask again. I remember. But I kind of left it at 74 because I thought that was funny. We was at 74 and counting. But I got some more names I gotta add to it. Um Vibe said, they have made their position clear to me. She said they want to know how a person passed and what money they are receiving is diabolical. Exactly. What conditions they had, what's the cause of death. They so desperate to know for that information. And yeah, the money. But oh well, you're not gonna get it. Oh, and don't forget, they want to know the location of the celebration of life. Yeah, they want to know all the details about that as well. And would they show up? I think so. I do. It's sad to say, but I honestly think they would show up. At least what's her name? 747. And you know who else I think would show up? That big oversized dude. The one that's ready to jump from Kiki over to 74 and has a woman to take care of him. Prime. Yeah, I think they would. I absolutely do. Now, I don't think that the Shrek baby would because I don't know if he can clear going through the airport. Can he travel? And I don't know if Buckets would because the only way she would is if she drove because can she fly? If you are on papers and you're not supposed to be traveling, do they flag you at the airport? I don't know the actual answer to that. It's crazy. They crazy. Wait, pause 1 second. Wait. Okay, y'all, my bad. Bonnie said, they may not have baby seats. They might not have baby seats for him. Prince said, there is not one person alive today who can avoid death. Everybody has a sunrise and a sunset. Thank God that he woke you up for another day. Amen. Praise God. Definitely. Vibe said, all I'm gonna say is if you get her death certificate and speak on it, child, I don't want no parts of that. Exactly, Vibe. That's another level. That's another level. With his dill pickle head. A dill pickle head. They saying that she was taking shots. So I'm about to just speed through most of this. Mm-hmm. Salty said another level of crazy. Welcome back, Salty. Exactly. Just crazy, crazy. Mm-hmm. No, the dig is to you. I'm not okay. Let me take that back. I'm not saying that she was digging, but if it was a dig, it'd be to buckets. She back to reading the transcript. I'm a trendsetter in these streets, aren't I? I'm out here inspiring crap buckets. Mm-mm-mm. A mess. Am I surprised? No. She she back to talking about this Lynn comment. The person Imagine checked out on. I'm just saying, this is the third time that she has brought that comment and commenter up. It just again, it just continues to speak to um it continues to speak to hold on, let me see. I wonder if I can drop your link in there. It continues to speak to that it was her or one of her people that did it because this is the third time that she is bringing that comment up. Let me see. Is that how I do? Once you drop it in the chat. Oh, how okay, I'm trying to do is Gamma still here? How do you do it, Gamma? The person drops the IGW in the chat. And then how do you link them? I think I'm doing it wrong. I was trying to drop her link, but I don't know if I can't. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. What the hell? Let me see if I do this. No, because oh yeah, do they had a link like they used to? What if I do this? Will it let me? No, because I'm not on my laptop. If I was on my laptop, I could just, oh, is this it right here? Maybe copy. Okay. I think, oh, okay. Is it showing as a hyperlink? Can I do it like this? Will it let me do it? I'm gonna try a couple of ways, y'all. Dang, I'm trying to do it as a hyperlink, but it's not showing that way. I tried. I gotta she said, oh that the so they have to put you have to customize your command. Ah, I got you. I got you. Okay, so that means I have to go in probably on the desktop then. Wait. Okay.